Balloon Beats.
What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to Unhinged Live. That's 8 in a row. Another, you know what?
Barely.
Tonight was an interesting win, I think, for the first 9 innings of the game. We're all flying high. The Yankees took a commanding 10-3 lead. And you know what? Ninth inning had some troubles, but I think before we get into the ninth inning catastrophe, let's break down the offense. DJ with another home run. Voit with another home run. DJ is now batting .373 on the season. I'm pretty sure he's leading the league now, right?
He
I
is.
believe so,
And
yeah.
It dropped to 366, I think.
Unbelievable. I mean, and that's with what do you miss? Like a week and a half, 2 weeks?
Yeah, about a week.
Yeah. So, I mean, awesome DJ. Like, I feel like we don't even have to mention him at this point because it's just a given that he's going to produce every night. Voit, like, are we even surprised anymore when he goes yard? Like, it's
Not really.
ridiculous.
No.
It's absolutely ludicrous. That's the only way I could describe Luke Voit. This tear he has been on, how many home runs is he ahead in the lead? Probably like
Abreu
3
went
now.
yard.
3, I
Abreu
think.
went yard.
I think Abreu hit his 17th today, so
Yeah, so
Voigt's
it's
now
3.
at 3.
Absolutely ridiculous. Like, I know we talk about this all the time, but like every night that goes by, he just keeps cementing himself deeper into that MVP conversation. It's like it's so tough to deny him at this point.
He will, though, because that's just how it goes. But
Yeah, unfortunately. But I mean, also Gary had himself a decent night, 2 for 4 with 2 RBIs, and he had an absolute piss rocket of a double.
I kept thinking if he somehow lifted that, how far it would have gone.
Deep.
Stat
What was
Cat
it, 117?
170, the
point
second
something.
hardest hit ball of the year. The hardest hit one was Stanton on the second game of the year when he hit like 484 feet.
Yeah, I mean, it was
yeah.
absolutely crazy. I mean, ludicrous.
Yo,
I love that word. Yo, that's my new word. No joke, ludicrous.
I think the most impressive hit of tonight was Aaron Hicks's hit when he almost got hit in the face. That was extremely
a quality
impressive.
AB.
That was extremely impressive. I mean,
You think you could do that?
oh, bro, I mean,
Why are you thinking about it?
probably not.
Brandon,
but-
that should just be an automatic
He's like,
no. Like,
Maybe?
I mean, but did Hicks try to hit that? I mean, he kind of got lucky, but I mean, hey,
Swing the bat.
it was like self-defense.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
But I mean, Stanton 4 for 4. I mean,
4 for 5.
Oh yeah, 4 for 5. I mean, he's
Yeah.
just
That
Funny thing is this lineup
was
went
really
crazy,
good to see.
and he is going to be. And we still don't have Judge back, or we have Judge back, but we don't have a full lineup just yet. I mean,
Crazy.
we might be able to. We're probably going to see that tomorrow. I mean, our first full lineup, and we're going to need it because I think Montgomery's pitching.
Well, I don't think Stanton's playing tomorrow, right?
No, I think they'll have him play back to back tomorrow.
No, he said back to back. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Probably back
I
to
mean,
back, a day off, then 3 in a row or 4 in a row, and then he's fine.
so tomorrow is probably going to be like the first time we're going to see this like lineup complete because we saw it in the beginning of the season for a little bit, but that was without Clint Frazier.
It's against
Now-
Martin Perez, who's a lefty, so I don't see them playing Gardner.
There's no chance. I mean, even if they were facing a righty, there's no reason Gardner should be playing. I think tomorrow's lineup is probably going to be their like go-to lineup for the postseason.
The death lineup, as we call it.
Yeah, I mean, but I don't want to call it the death lineup because I feel like whenever we do that, something bad always happens.
The death lineup
Like-
includes Pat's favorite player, Brett Gardner.
No, it doesn't. Not this
He had a
year's death
shot
lineup.
today.
Yeah, I would say that inning went from 0 to 100 real quick. I mean, we were looking at a
let's talk about
2-2.
that inning really.
We were
quick.
looking at a 2-2 pitchers duel. Then Gary hits a
Shallow.
shot that scores Frazier. Then Gardner goes deep, and then it was just like, DJ, let me swing at the first pitch. Okay.
Hicks must be pissed.
Yeah. Could you imagine if he went?
Imagine they hit
in a row.
6 in a row. What?
He was trying to also. That first pitch, I was
I
way
know.
outside. He was going for it.
I mean, it's just Glaber murdered one as well.
Yeah.
And then
I mean,
Stanton just took it
Stan-
left
Stan's was
center, or
beautiful.
right
When-
center.
When Stanton hits those opposite field home runs, then he does a little pimp daddy walk. Beautiful. Like, I miss Giancarlo Stanton so much. The only thing is we just need the man healthy, please. Like, Giancarlo, if you're watching this from the clubhouse, say hi to Chapman for me. But also, don't get hurt anymore. Like, it's getting ridiculous. Like, I'm the first person to say Giancarlo Stanton's one of the best players in the Yankees lineup when he's there, but he needs to be there. Like, I can start to understand when people are getting frustrated with the injuries, but at this point, if he could stay healthy for the rest of the year and carry the Yankees through the postseason, I don't think anybody will have a bad thing to say about him this entire offseason.
Nope.
Tanaka, he had a nice start tonight. Only give up 3 runs over 7 innings, and that's with him
He had a
not
couple
really
bad-
having his best stuff.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Those middle innings, he kind
First
of
couple
lost
innings
it.
he was on, and then was that the third inning?
Yeah, he kind of
Yeah,
lost it.
Started
I mean,
hitting the ball.
great fielder, and then he kind of settled down and did what we needed him to do. I think every single one of our starters went at least 7 innings this series against the Blue Jays, which is what we
Coming
needed.
into today, their last whatever starts was like 1.08 ERA. That's
Otto
insane.
looked good.
Yeah, no, Otto did look good. He
Maybe
pitched
he needs
one
to wear
inning.
high socks more.
Yeah, the high socks really threw me off.
Oh, it's
He was
I
looking
was
really
like, who the
skinny
fuck is
out
pitching?
there.
I was like, who the
Yeah.
fuck is pitching?
And then after that, after Adam Ottavino pitched, we were in for a treat with Jonathan Holder tonight.
Jonathan
Now, Brandon,
Holder-
I'm going to give you the privilege of telling us what Jonathan Holder did tonight because Brandon did post an article this morning on unhingednewyork.com describing how Jonathan Holder is one of the most underrated guys in the Yankees bullpen and how he could be crucial in the playoffs. Let's hear it, Brandon.
Up until this point, I had gained some trust in him, and it's all gone now. I mean, he shit the fucking bed. I'm gonna be flat out honest. I mean, the first batter, he got lucky. Vlad pissed on a ball. Then Shaw hits a shot. Hicks almost dies, and then he just starts walking people. I mean, it's ridiculous that he was walking people so bad that he couldn't even benefit from CB Buckner not knowing the strike zone. Like, I'm sorry, but that man
wanna
is
talk
so
about that.
bad. Like,
God,
if there's like a list of umpires that need to just be sent to an island and never come back, Joe West, Angel Hernandez, and CB Buckner. I mean,
Yeah,
everyone.
that's like the all-star squad of just
I was
delinquency.
actually. Do you think umpires
imagine they're all in the
watch
same
film?
crew.
Do you think umpires like watch film and like watched like
No.
pitches that they've missed?
I don't think they care
No.
because think about how long they've been bad. Nothing's
The-
happened to them.
The
Why do they
umpires
care?
have a union, don't they?
Yeah, if you
It's-
tweet
it's
at them on
strong
Twitter and
on
say
Twitter.
something, if you say something bad
They
to them on
block you
Twitter,
on
they'll block you. Yep, yep.
Really?
They're
Mhm.
soft. They're
Yeah, you
like
just got to
strong
bitch
and
about like
soft.
one strike and then
It's probably like some boomer just sitting in like their closet, just
But
controlling
wait,
the
was
account.
it three? Was
Joe
it
West.
3 games in a row that we've tried to decapitate an umpire again? I mean, CB Buckner almost got decapitated today.
Yeah, I mean,
that was
Like,
Toronto. Though. That was nice.
to be honest though, I'm kind of pissed off Boone didn't get ejected tonight.
I mean,
Like-
if he did, he can't get into CB's face. That's the thing.
He could still do his
has he
little-
done that this season?
Honestly, if we had to sacrifice a
hasn't.
player to fight
Tonight
CB
was the night
Buckner,
to do it.
just have Brett Gardner grab
Also-
a bat and start beating him.
Now that we're on the Boone conversation, I kind of want to like make a little comment about Aaron Boone. During the Yankees' huge losing slide, we were one of the loudest people saying that Aaron Boone is absolute trash. Let me just reassure that statement. I still don't think Aaron Boone's a good manager.
Neither do I.
He just
Mm-mm.
has not had the opportunity to make any bad decisions lately because the Yankees have been scoring 35 runs a game.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's like it's impossible for him to really make any bad calls at this point. Jonathan Holder tonight obviously wasn't his mistake. Like
Well,
you would expect Holder to not.
Not at all.
What, Brandon? You're
No,
gonna
I was
say
going to
Boone's
say
fault?
if like before the game, if Boone was making the lineup after Higgy hits 3 home runs, why do you bench him? But then Gary came out and did what he did tonight, so it's kind of like a moot point. But still, like they say they don't believe in hot, but
Yeah, no, I definitely think Higgy should have played tonight. Like when you hit 3 home runs in a game as the backup catcher,
You can't get
I think
benched.
I think that has to earn you a spot in the lineup the next day.
yeah,
I mean, come on. I think if Stanton wasn't back and had to DH, I think Gary would have DH'd and
I
Higgy
agree.
would have caught.
I
I think that's what would have happened. But also, let's not forget, I still don't trust Aaron Boone in the playoffs and in a close game making bullpen decisions. And also, I still don't trust his bullpen in the playoffs. Especially after seeing what Jonathan Holder did tonight. We were talking about this last night that we needed guys like Holder to step up in the playoffs, especially because of the whole no off days thing. So having guys like Holder be able to step up in big situations is going to be huge. And if what we saw tonight out of Holder is what he would give us in the playoffs, that's really terrifying.
yeah, you just got to
Oh, and Sean's gone. All right,
you just got to hope that that it was just maybe a little bit of a blip. I don't know when the last time Holder pitched. My guess was in one of the extra inning games against the Orioles, so I want to say Saturday. So it has been a bit. I mean, he wasn't missing by much, but still, just hope that it's a little blip. But
Sean's back,
welcome back,
everybody.
Sean.
Do not worry. Welcome back.
What
What were you saying, Brandon?
You just got to hope that it's a little, maybe just like a little blip in a season. Because, I mean, we're not asking Jonathan Holder to be Tommy Kahnle. We're just asking him to be competent. We need to, know he can get us outs without having to stress. Like, not like a punt kind of pitcher. Because
speaking of the postseason, Alfred wants to know, is it all right? Sean's just banned forever. I mean, he just keeps coming and leaving back. But is it Cole, Tanaka, and Garcia in the postseason?
1,000%. I don't know what
I would say yeah at this point.
Yeah, I think the two and 3 is like interchangeable depending on how they could go at it. But I think you need to throw out your 3 best pitchers.
Yeah. No, at this point, I really think that they're in a good situation as far as starting pitching goes. Cole, Tanaka, Garcia, and then having Happ and Montgomery as your 4-5 isn't that bad in the postseason.
I think tomorrow when Montgomery, I believe Montgomery's pitching. I don't know if it's announced, but if Montgomery is pitching tomorrow, it's still TBD. I would say the next 2 Montgomery starts are really going to be honestly very important for him. They might not mean so much. I mean, the Yankees still haven't clinched a postseason spot, but once they do, even if he starts after we have clinched a spot, they're going to be really important because we need to see that he's going to be the guy that we saw in his first couple starts of the year, not the guy that absolutely shit the bed against the Rays and made us look like fools, and then the guy that somehow got through 3-4 innings against the Blue Jays in Buffalo.
Yeah.
But I think what we saw today, just overall with the Yankees, is that, surprise, when you have good starting pitching, you don't have to use the bullpen so much.
Yeah. No, it's huge. And I think we talked about this last night as well. Going into the playoffs, they're going to need these type of 7-inning outings.
Minimum.
So you don't have to strain that bullpen.
From Cole and Tanaka, at least.
Yeah. Devi, I'll take
Minimum.
6.
I'll take if you have to get 5 and then you can roll out the full strength bullpen. Because if you have Devi go 5, you have Chad go the 6th inning and the 7th inning.
Yeah.
Then you have Britton go the 8th and Chapman go that. Chapman looked good today. We'll say that. It took him like a batter to get everything amped up. I mean, the base hit to Bo Bichette, that guy came out swinging, and you can't risk yourself into that slider. But after that, he settled down, started throwing 2 seams on the corner. We can get that Chapman. I mean, the question I have is Chapman throwing that on purpose? Like
what?
Because I remember in 2018 at least, he threw a lot of those 2 seams. I don't know if he actually, because it's hard enough to hit 100 like a 4-seam, But if he can get that movement on that, it's untouchable. But I guess the way Gary caught it the first time, that he didn't expect it, could just be like on just the way his hand kind of fell off the ball.
I'm actually really surprised Gary caught that ball.
Oh,
Like,
honestly,
I think it was luck.
I don't think Higgy. I don't know who would have caught that because no one's expecting a 101 with movement. It was disgusting. I'm happy though that Chapman. I don't think he threw one slider. He just threw fastballs. He threw fastballs.
I was so nervous that last pitch of the game was going to be a hanging slider. So nervous because he tries to get cute with it.
When Chapman's right, like I think we all know Chapman takes a little bit to get kind of built up. We can get Chapman right going into the postseason. That's great, but some pitchers to actually look out for while even in this Boston series. Who knows if it's going to be a cakewalk or not? You never know. Montgomery has a huge start. I would assume we're going to have Cole through on Wednesday, right?
Cole through on. Well, that's no. Tuesday. Tuesday because Devi was yesterday.
No, Cole was yesterday.
Cole was yesterday?
Yeah. Cole
Devi was game one. Devi was game one. That's right.
Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Thursday, Friday. Monday.
Good with your days?
No, I'm not. So we're going to have Devi against the Red Sox on Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
Cole in Buffalo. Tanaka in Buffalo. And then whoever is going to pitch the game tomorrow in Buffalo.
We're not playing in Buffalo tomorrow.
I mean,
whoever pitches tomorrow.
Yeah, whoever pitches tomorrow will pitch the last game in Buffalo.
I would assume it's Hap, no?
I mean, if it follows the trend, Montgomery usually followed Tanaka. I don't know what they're doing now.
All right, well, if okay, so you said who starts next Monday in Buffalo?
Yeah, it should be Cole. Cole's lined up to start that.
So that would line him up to start game one of the wildcard series, no?
The wildcard series starts the 28th, I believe, right?
7 days. No, I think it starts 29th, I think.
They need to push back his start.
Yeah, the wildcard series starts the 29th.
So, because he would be lined up to pitch the Saturday the 26th, so we would need Cole to pitch. He said it starts the 29th. We would need Cole to pitch Thursday against the Blue Jays. So they could.
I'm not too concerned about it, to be honest. They're going to figure out a way to make it happen. They're not going to have game one without Cole starting.
Yeah, I mean, all we're asking, I feel like there's going to be a little bit of manipulation. It all depends on what happens with that. I mean, here's the thing. If you go into Buffalo for that series this coming up week and sweep them again, I think you clinch second place.
Yeah, I think that's automatic at that point. But it all comes down to the Rays. The Rays beat the Orioles twice today, right?
Yeah, honestly, I think the Yankees.
Screw you, Baltimore. Like, you guys can't do anything right.
Yeah, it's only 3 games in the loss column, and hey, anything can happen. But I think really just focus on this next series against Boston. If you can sweep them, do it, or at least take 2 out of 3. The Twins are playing the Cubs, who have been playing great baseball. If you can find a way to sweep or to lock up so we can get home field. I mean, even if we go into Minnesota, I'm not worried because the Yankees.
Because we're a game and a half behind Minnesota right now.
They lost today,
so we're a game behind them.
Technically, yeah, full game. They're up. They have 2 more. They've played 2 more games than us.
All right. I mean, that's big. If we could get home field advantage over the Minnesota Twins, all right. To be completely honest, like every single time we head into the playoffs playing the Minnesota Twins, I have like that confidence in my head that like we have a history of just demolishing them. But there's always that little ounce of myself that's like, this is a different Twins team. Like,
they have
that
Josh
offense
this year.
Yeah, that offense scares me. But their pitching still doesn't scare me. But you never know what could happen in the playoffs.
The pitching, I would say, including the bullpen, is a little bit worse than it was last year.
I would say the starting pitching is better.
I mean, Rich Hill. I can see the Yankees team off of Rich Hill. Yeah, Maeda's been good, but like, has Maeda they've played the NL Central and the AL Central.
Did they have Berrios last year?
Yes, and we lit him up
in game 1.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
What I'm saying is like the Twins. Yeah, the White Sox. Yeah, they're great and all, but they're young. The Twins have not faced, their pitchers have not faced a fully stacked Yankees team with a bunch of veterans and MVP players. I can name Judge is an
I'm
MVP.
scared of Nelson Cruz.
We have Garrett Cole.
I know, but Garrett Cole gives up home runs.
Masahiro
And the Twins
Tanaka.
hit home runs.
But we did that last year, and look what Tanaka did. Nelson Cruz hit 1 home run against us last year.
I know, but the Yankees also teed off on Minnesota. We have to tee off on them again so we don't have to rely on the pitching, you know?
Well, yeah, but like it's different because it's 2 games. You have Cole go out and give you a great game. You take game 1, then you can throw out Tanaka game 2. I mean, it's a lot different in my opinion because the Yankees are a different team this postseason than they were last year. Remember, after game 2, we didn't have Gary hitting the entire time. We'll probably have Stanton playing DHing the entire time, and we're gonna have Clint Frazier in left. So in the late game, instead of it being a Cameron Mabe, we won't have Brett Gardner playing. Like last year, Edwin forgot how to hit.
Gary he was good against Minnesota though.
For the first 2 games, then he forgot. He had
it was only a 3-game series.
Well, he had a blue pit in game 2, and he just forgot how to hit after that. Gary forgot to hit. Now, if we can get Gary the way he's hitting now, going in, now our first baseman is Luke Voigt. That makes the lineup so much better because he's not home run or bust like I would say at one point Edwin was because he wasn't. He was great. But then we have DJ at his natural position at second, Glaber, who seems to be turning it on, Gio, not a fluke, then Frazier in left versus a Brett Gardner.
We're definitely better this year going into the playoffs. I would say so. The only thing that scares me this year compared to last year is last year I was really confident in our bullpen in the playoffs. This year I don't have that same confidence. But I still think they could beat Minnesota pretty easily.
I think it's the same amount of confidence. Last year I was still a little bit skeptical because that Twins offense was great. This year I don't think they're as good. I believe they're struggling a lot more. They went on a little bit of a soft or a little bit of a rough patch, but I still trust Chad Green, still trust Zach Britton, and I'm trusting Chapman again. I think the X factor will be if Adam Ottavino can remember how to throw strikes.
Yeah, and he looked good tonight. So I mean, that's all that really matters.
He hung a couple sliders, but he was dotting that 2-seam fastball on the outside corner. I mean, it's kind of like that Sergio Romo thing that he did against Miguel Cabrera, where he kept throwing those sliders that would break off, like start outside and break off the plate. So then the hitter gave up.
That was in 2014? 2012. Yeah.
All I remember, because then how he struck him out was after all those sliders that would literally, he'd give up on them. He breaks off that 2-seam. So let's also remember, I think that was Triple Crown Miggy that year.
Yeah, no, it was.
And he struck him out on an 89-mile-an-hour fastball right down the middle.
Yeah.
Ottavino's throwing 94, 95, 96. But all is important, it's that slider. I mean, honestly, he has 4 pitches. Fastball, cutter, slider. I don't think he throws a change. So 3. I don't think I've seen him throw his cutter. We haven't seen him that much because we've seen him a lot in like 1-inning rolls or 1-out rolls. And
that's why it sucks. I don't think he should be utilized like that. Just like you said, we saw him used in that same role last year in the playoffs. That 1-out, come in for the 4th to face George Springer, and that's that. And then when he doesn't get that done, he's gone.
Ball right down the middle. I mean, they got that's why I said tonight, in a way, honestly, a little bit of praise to Holder. Thank you for getting Chapman in because I was afraid of giving him too much rest. Good job getting Ottavino in. But for this Sox series, let's sweep.
11 in a row at that point. It would be 11 wins in a row.
But let's just honestly let's get the bullpen used a little bit more. Like let's get Britton out there. Let's get Ottavino in a game again tomorrow. Let's get Chapman in a game tomorrow. Let's get these guys back. Like, don't overuse them, but let's get them back in the groove of let's still get some good starting pitching. And let's just keep seeing what happens. I mean, what are they doing with Kratz is my question. Because I know you can't option him because you have to DFA him.
Yeah, to be honest, I think they might carry him for the postseason.
Honestly, do it. He's a great guy. And in case someone goes down.
Yeah. I mean, because also, if we're being honest with each other, I think I would want Kratz behind the plate for Devy's first postseason start. I don't know if they would do it, but I think it would be a genius idea, especially if he has like nerves.
Depends on Devy doesn't have nerves. Devy does not have nerves, at least from what I've seen. I mean,
the playoffs are a different animal. I know this
Maybe
year
our
it's different
field.
because there's no fans, but I mean, you still
That's
don't
gonna
know
help
what
them,
to expect
honestly.
once the playoffs come.
That's gonna help them a lot, honestly.
Yeah, but it might also help the Twins because the Twins don't have to come into the Bronx with all the crazy ass fans that they usually do, you know? So it
Yeah.
helps and hurts everybody.
I think it's gonna be
The
a lot
Yankees
of-
thrive off of that Yankee Stadium atmosphere in the postseason.
Yeah, but what I actually heard the Yankees dugout tonight. Yes, there's awful cameras around the dugout because they were
All right.
screaming.
That's another thing. This whole season, yes, has been a complete atrocity. Like between the camera work, the broadcasting, showing the scoreboard at random ass times, absolute garbage. Like, can we just call a spade here?
I mean, it's been
That are you talking about the Clint Frazier ball with the
that
camera
was
work?
fucking terrible.
What was that?
I'm
Like,
also talking about
who's
like
controlling the
the
camera?
audio in the dugout. They have no mic near there, and they were so loud after who was it? Stanton hit a bomb that I could barely
Yeah.
hear Luke Voigt. But on the replay, Luke Voigt screaming.
Yeah, why don't they have microphones near the dugout?
I don't fucking know because
I
Yes
don't
Network doesn't know how to
understand.
fucking run anything. They're too busy. They're Michael K's too busy talking about his big fucking forehead.
It's like they just get off on such random tangents when there's like major things going on in the game. Like, I'm sorry, Paul O'Neill. I know a lot of people love Paul O'Neill, but I don't really care about seeing his back collection in the middle of the seventh in a close game. I understand some of them are cool, but when
But
it's
there's
like
a time and place. There's a time.
there's a time and place. Maybe in like a 10-3 game, all right, when everything's like laid back.
When we're winning 20-3, that is a good time to show this. But if it's like a 5-5 game or a 4-3 game, I don't fucking care about that shit. Show me the fucking game because Yes has missed a bunch of pitches this year.
Yeah, I
Like-
know. And then they'll come back and be like, "Oh yeah." Sometimes they even start the game too late. Like I think it was like 2 days ago when the first
ESPN
pitch
type
of the
shit.
game. Yeah, Michael K was like, "Oh, we missed the first pitch, but it was a strike." Like, thanks, Michael K. What if it was a leadoff home run? You know what I mean? I would be livid. But overall, tonight was awesome. That's 8 in a row. Absolutely historic sweep for the Yankees. I think they scored something stupid, like over 30 runs. No,
Scored
more
double
than
digits
that.
in every game.
They scored
20
like
in the
40.
first. We scored
Yeah, 20 in the
43,
first,
43.
13 in the 43 runs. And then they made history tonight, 5 home runs and 6 at-bats. Like absolutely ridiculous.
And they broke the record for 3 straight games with six or more home runs.
Stupid.
I mean, literally.
Absolutely stupid, this offense.
And it wasn't like 2 home runs from certain players. The Yankees only needed Hicks, Frazier, and Gio Urshela to hit a home run to still have everyone.
Well, Hicks did last night.
No, tonight. If they had Hicks,
Oh,
Gio, and
Yeah.
Frazier go yard, they would have had everyone in the lineup hit a home run. And as Katie Sharp tweeted, 19 home runs in their last 3 games. That's tied for the most home runs in any 4-game span.
that's
So to
dumb.
break the record for most home runs in a 4-game span, they need to hit 1 home run.
1 tomorrow night, right?
1.
They're in Boston tomorrow, no?
Yeah.
That's
The Yankees
fun.
actually
they
have
haven't
done
been to
that
Boston
before.
this
It's their
year.
own record. 19 home runs from August 5th, 6th, 7th, and 8th in 2019, which, if I'm not mistaken,
Are you going to say last August was the MLB record for most home runs in a month? Because I think it was.
No, that's what I'm saying. But it was for the August 5th, 6th, 7th, and 8th. If I'm correct, though, August 5th, wasn't that against the Red Sox? No. So one game was against the Orioles.
Shocker.
Oh, wait, Orioles. Wait.
All against the Orioles?
And then one game against the Blue Jays, where we won 12-6.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, I think the only dead spot of this whole set, which was Jonathan Holder tonight. That was the only bad spot of this whole series. Going into this, we said how important it was. The Yankees were kind of on the... All right, first of all, let's trail back like a week prior to this. The Yankees were like fighting with the Orioles for a playoff spot. It just
And
shows
Luke
how...
Voigt said, no one's scared of us, and everyone's like, okay.
Yeah, I mean, so it's like at this point, it just shows how quickly things could change in a week in baseball. We now have a 2.5 game lead on the Blue Jays for second place, which is huge. I think we have 4 more games against them this year.
Let me check for you.
I think there's a 4-game series against them next
starting
week.
Monday.
Is it in Toronto?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that kind of sucks. It's in Buffalo, but yeah, I think as long as the Yankees could at least take 2 out of 3 from Boston, second place is basically in the bag. What they're playing for at this point is home field advantage over the Twins in the wild card series. It's just crazy how we always seem to play the Twins in the first round of the playoffs. Like, even with this crazy expanded format, we still find a way to run into the Twins. So, bottom line here, awesome win tonight. Pitching, solid. Bullpen, solid, except for Jonathan Holder. Absolute garbage. But I think it's going to wrap it up for us tonight, unless you have anything else to chime in.
Honestly, no. Let's just go out there tomorrow and beat down on the Sox.
I think you all know what's coming now. Before we end things up tonight, everyone head over to dugoutmugs.com/unhinged. Purchase your very own baseball bat drinking mug. They have them for every team, especially the Yankees. Tell me not, this is the coolest mug you've ever seen.
It is just, as we always say, don't put it on a carpet.
Don't put it on your carpet, because if you put it on your carpet, it might spill. It's a flat bottom, so it might spill all over your carpet. Might stain, depending on what drink you have in there. But yeah, it's going to wrap it up for us tonight. We will see you guys tomorrow night live once again following the game against the Red Sox. And let's hope they can make it 9 in a row. Have a good night, everybody.
Do it.